Well, here. My name's Jason.
My name is Jules, and we doing Filmographies. That's right, folks. Filmographies. We do them.
That's right. We pick a person, and we talk about their movies.
We do.
But we don't just pick their most popular movies.
No.
The easy-to-find ones. Mm-mm. The ones people actually want to watch. Mm-mm. No. We start at the first one you can find. And we fucking watch them all.
We find them.
Yeah.
We hunt them down, and we find them so good.
And I got, like, a bunch of these DVDs I'll never watch again that were $15 plus shipping each.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. All right, so tonight we're talking about Ball of Wax. I'll give you a number.
2003, rated R.
Number 7 in this run on Longstreet, his 5th movie, and he is a voice towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, and I only knew it was coming and what to look for. Otherwise, I probably would have, if I went in just cold, I've been like, where was he?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even realize he was really talking to a police officer even at the time.
They didn't make that clear. And also, I had such a hard time paying attention to this movie.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh man, I could have missed it. I easily could have missed it. I was sitting on my laptop right over there, trying not to look at my phone. And it made me sleepy. This movie made me very sleepy.
Yeah, the problem for me was, A, the way it was shot, but B, it had a number of people in it that just reminded me of other people. The main guy reminded me of Randy Orton from the WWE.
I have been dreaming about kicking Batista in the skull.
Looks like him. Randy Orton's kind of a prick, too. His sort of friend, pitcher guy, the tall guy, he's got a real Danny, what's that, foot fist?
Got you, didn't she, Rick? No, I was just doing what you told me to do. Well, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Oh, Danny McBride?
Danny McBride mixed with a very young Vince Vaughn.
I gotta tell you, man, the way it was shot was stupid, right? But it 100% worked because you couldn't really see the lack of a budget.
Exactly.
It was dreadfully visually boring for 90 straight minutes, but they had that illusion rolling.
Yeah, I think they were trying to do that in their head, kind of a tight, claustrophobic framing. And the only time it really fell apart was when we were watching that guy pitching, and you can see over his shoulders the stands.
And there's like 3 people back there or nobody?
It's like 12,
some coats?
but
okay.
Just smattered in a, it's like this is the most popular team. And
this is supposed to be a major league team, right? Too? A made-up team? What is the name of the team?
The something Devils.
Ball Devils? Devil Balls?
Maybe.
Carolina Devils.
I'm going to read the synopses here for you.
Yeah, please do.
This is really something that Jules did here. I thought I misunderstood the whole movie for about a paragraph here. Ball of Wax. While on the cusp of securing the record for most consecutive games played, baseball player Brett Packard, Mark Mensch, tries his hardest to rally his team on the eve of not only their greatest season, but perhaps the greatest season for any team in the history of professional baseball. In order to pull this off, Brett has to help his best friend Todd Ellis, Justin Smith, deal with his adulterous girlfriend. The hot-headed rookie, Ricky Sparks, Cullen Moss, who is having performance issues, fellow teammate and all-around gruff Gus, Sel Riley, Kevin Scanlon, who is having issues with their coach, Jimmy Ingalls, Daniel Morris, who himself is suffering from a bout of consumption, a starstruck up-and-comer Dickie Gold, Jason Davis, who is far too nervous about returning to the minors, and a wife, Nat Packard, Thunderbird Din Whittle, who is having dental issues.
Dinwiddie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that too.
Din Whittle. This is all to say nothing of the son's nanny, Stephanie Wallace, who keeps hitting on Brett. A motivational speaker, Bob Tower, Larry Tobias, who is trying to undermine Brett's contributions to the team, and a mysterious reporter, David Shifter, who somehow keeps gaining access to the player tunnel and throwing about accusations while Brett is merely trying to keep his head in the game. Will Brett be able to keep all these plates spinning long enough to do the right thing, or will he be left holding the bag? A bag full of a ball of wax.
Yeah, a little cheeky with it there.
Yeah, you did. It is.
Because that's, from Brett's perspective,
yeah, probably
pretty apt. But from everybody else's perspective, this guy's a real shit turd.
This movie's... It's crazy. They had an idea. They did pretty well with acting. Right? The actors are good. The movie is so boring.
I think the material is really interesting. I don't know if it would really lend itself to a bigger budget to be done more professionally.
Not by this director. I think maybe if he had more money, he could branch out and have more interesting things happening.
Yeah, maybe. It gets a little weird at the end once he reveals his evil villain board.
And I keep him supplied in rather disgusting, quite illegal photographs of dirty-faced preteens in what looks to be some sort of barn. Jacob Moss gets to prove to me just how much shit he can pump into his veins before he has a flat-out heart attack in center field.
Yeah.
But it kind of feels like an Any Given Sunday caliber movie on a Cowboys and Angels sized budget. Probably even smaller than that.
Yeah, I would say like 10 grand.
Yeah, this one is
They paid for uniforms, which I was impressed by.
at least one.
You think they're all exchanging it?
I mean, do we ever? No, I guess right in the beginning we see a bunch of them together, and towards the end we see a bunch of them together wearing them. So yeah, they probably had at least a couple.
It's superimposed, man.
Quit goat thinking, I go. They fucking superimposed me, man. What the fuck you want from me? You know what the old man says?
What he say?
He says, oh, okay. He's walking away. I hear him go, what superimposed?
Maybe. So this movie, for one, I guess I don't like Brett. I don't like the actor playing Brett. The way he's playing him, cold and calculated.
Evil without you.
As always.
How about his backward finger tickles that are like his wave?
God.
That's really something.
Yeah. Because he's supposed to be like good looking, right?
I'm sure. I think so. I thought he was actually kind of good. This guy seems like, it seems very feasible. This guy is a real dork in real life, but he embodied this character for the whole movie. And I felt his power.
Yes, he's good. Well, I guess the problem I'm having is how anybody could take the character and their reality seriously. Like if you were interviewing him and he was just saying these things, and you'd just be like, all right, Brett, later.
Did you know the guy who made this also created Troll Hunters for Netflix?
I did.
That's crazy.
Did you know that the associate producer was Owner Tuchel?
Oh, no, but yes. Because I had... Remember I had mentioned that there was some sort of weird
Something
group
with the
of them where
guys
they are kind of layered together. I knew
you did
Owner
mention
was tied into it somehow. I guess I didn't know he was a producer.
Was this like some new Dogma 95 shit?
Where is this? Like North Carolina or something? Yeah, I think this is just like somehow they got a group of people together that all wanted to make movies. And
Yeah.
some did. I guess, this guy's doing all right with Troll Hunters then, right? That spawned quite a few different series, even with Anton Yelkin dying. And Onar Turkel fucking did that cat fight, so he doing good too.
Yeah, good for him.
Maybe.
Good for him. He was sucking a penis popsicle in that one movie.
He looked pleased.
He did it good.
All right, let's do this. Sorry, back into the plot.
Movie starts. There's been a brouhaha during a game, a big pile-on, and somebody got cut.
Yeah, they're bringing him in slow motion with like very little audio.
Everybody's just like...
He's holding his gut. That guy, he's doing a good job being in pain. Is he gone for the rest of the movie?
I think he must be. So then they're interviewing... Throughout the movie, we get Channel 9 interviews with these people.
Yeah,
the players and such.
Is one of the better aspects of the movie.
It's a nice shortcut to really help... Because it transitions fast. It seems like people kind of hit rock bottom quick. But, they're like, we don't know who cut him. And they go, Brett, do you know? And he doesn't answer. And then we're at dinner with Brett and his wife of 11 years and his friend, the Vince Vaughn looking guy. And I thought it was his wife, but I guess it's his girlfriend. They've been dating a little bit. And she's telling a story about Brett as a child, which is endearing, but it also embarrasses him because it shows vulnerability.
What was the story?
He used to play left field as a kid in Little League or whatever. And I guess it's well known that children can't hit out there for some reason. So it's basically the position you're in where you're just there. And during one game in particular, he was like writing stuff in the dirt and singing and dancing, and just happened to look up and realize that his team was now at bat. And they didn't even bother telling him. They were just like, whatever, Brett's out there being Brett.
That's not good.
So he goes, that was the first day where I realized I would never let anybody get control over me. Whatever, I guess. So the ladies go to the bathroom because it's a little awkward because Brett's kind of a prick. And then when they're gone, Brett's telling the other guy, he's telling him about banging on some lady.
Darla?
Possibly. He was in Detroit. And he goes, and, she is the kind of lady that you could have you could set up a long-term affair with, you know, whenever you're in the area or something. And the guy's just like, dude, I don't want to hear this. And the women come back and, oh, you guys just talking? Yeah, just talking.
So we're really off to a great start here. Mm-hmm. It's very compelling.
I think before they go to dinner is when we first meet the babysitter, because he's getting ready. Is this nice? No, we're going to that restaurant. And the babysitter's like, okay, bye, miss, whatever. Bye, Brett. And he doesn't say anything. And so now it's possible that they go home. They do go home, and they're hitting cans with golf clubs.
Oh, yeah.
Just talking about the season, how it's going or whatever. They don't like the coach. He's kind of a shitbag. Not a bad guy, just kind of old and dim-witted. He asked Brett, "Did you know who cut that guy?" And he doesn't answer.
But it seems like he definitely thinks Brett did it.
Oh, absolutely. So we eventually meet the team. We meet the coach.
Isn't Brett supposed to be like a millionaire too? Like he's
must
supposed to be incredibly rich
because he's given millions of dollars away to people to have sex with other people's wives and shit. And he meets the coach, and the coach is like, "Hey, there's a rookie coming in. I want you to take him out." He goes, "Oh man, what?" And Todd comes in, and they start getting into it. And the coach is like, "You're fined $1,000, $2,000, and he's just basically running roughshod on the coach. The coach is not liking it, and he's going at it with Brad. And then he fucking relents, and he takes out the rookie. And the rookie's just like, "Oh man, your stats are this and that, and I love you, bruh. You're my hero," and whatever. And the guy goes, "So you're coming up from the minors, huh?" He's like, "Yeah, man, that's how it works, you know." And he goes, "Those guys ever talk about your wife?" "What? They ever talk about her tits?" The other guys? "Yeah, man, it's going to happen. I tell you what, you're going to flunk out of the majors. That's a fact."
Isn't it because of his arm? His arm's already all fucked up. Is that this guy?
No, that's a different guy.
Oh my God.
This guy's playing shortstop, I think.
Okay.
Or second base.
I don't know about sports, so I was extra lost to this movie.
Yeah, and he goes, eventually you're going to fucking flunk out, and you're going to have to go back to making money to support your family. I'll give you $1 million if you have sex with another player's wife. Although I thought he was offering him $1 million if he could have sex with his wife. That's not what eventually ends up happening, so I must have misinterpreted the exchange rate on that transaction. And so he's like, "Man, that's bunk." And he goes, "Well, whatever, dude. Even all you got to do is accept the offer or just do it.
I just need one word from you.
I'll give you $1 million. No questions asked, It's yours to have when you fuck up and you need to go buy beans."
Just say, "Okay, Daddy Brett."
Mm-hmm. And then, I think we're in the locker room. It's possible that we go directly to a game because apparently Todd has been hitting pitchers. That's right. There's a pitcher laid out in this scene. And you see Brett just sort of off in the back with this other kid, Sparks, who's the new relief pitcher. I'm going to be throwing a whole bunch of sports jargon at you.
He's Southern.
He is. He's a Southern redneck from South Carolina. And Brett's like, "Yeah, man, your arm's, it's fucked. I can tell already."
"You're in North Carolina now, redneck.
Mm-hmm.
Get your hillbilly shit out of here."
They film Maury here, but they don't find guests for Maury here. And he goes, "Your arm's fucked, dude. You're going to probably destroy it in the next 2 years."
Did they film Maury in North Carolina?
I believe so. So he goes, "Hey, tell you what," and I don't understand the arrangement here, but the idea is he wants him to hit players twice as many times as Brad does.
Yeah.
Because he says it's going to allow him to somehow secure a contract that once his arm is destroyed, he'll still be able to get paid, even though he's not doing anything.
Well, Brett says he's going to make it happen. Yeah.
Which I don't get. Is he trying to do it to save his friend, Brad? Because he keeps inadvertently hitting people?
I have no idea.
So it's like, if this guy's worse, they won't can Brad?
He does have a master plan, right? But I thought he was just evil. Like, he just, gave into a wave of evil this season?
Yes. It feels like he's like the guy from season 4 of Sherlock. Apple Farm, Apple Door, the Mind Palace.
No.
He's got dirt on everybody.
I don't think I watched that one.
You wouldn't have. And because it's bad.
Yeah.
You only watch good stuff.
I think my Sherlock excitement ran out after the end of season 2.
Watching it again, I can't imagine why I ever thought it was there, to be honest.
Wait, I can answer it. Because we liked the cast. Mm-hmm. Benedict Cumberbatch was new.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like a slightly fresh take on the material.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a BBC show.
It felt smarter than it was.
Yeah.
I think. BBC's always like that.
Accents.
Mm-hmm. And unattractive people.
I'm sure there was some pretties in there. Benedict Cumberbatch, people think he's beautiful.
Yeah, he melts women, and I don't understand why.
He's got the power of the dog.
People helped you, fatso.
He looks like Matthew McConaughey if you left him out in the ice for several months. But I digress. So he has that deal going, and the guy's like, fuck yeah, hooey, and fuck, man. The coach brings in Ted Towers, who has the Tower Power Hour.
Ted Towers?
Yeah, the motivational speaker. Because he's like, man, this team is running amok, and you guys need love.
Yeah.
So I'm going to basically take over your lives. Somewhere around there, he rapes the babysitter, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rough scene. It's a weird scene.
Yeah.
He's paying the babysitter just in the fucking front door area of his semi-open mansion. It's a cavernous, open room, I'm assuming the babysitter's leaving, so his son is there, possibly even his wife.
I would imagine both of them. I think they're upstairs somewhere.
He gives her $40.
Yeah.
But he goes, oh, before I do, though, I want to ask you some questions. And she's like, okay.
He's like, how's his dick taste?
He goes, no.
He's a great
Does he
kid.
ever talk about me? I mean, me being gone so much of the time. Does he ever talk like, I wish my dad would be home more often?
She goes, well, sometimes when we watch your games, we wave at you and everything. And he's like, cool. Well, here's your money. And it's like a wad of money. Not a wad, but it's more than 40. It's probably like $120. And he leans in and he starts touching on her face, brushing her hair aside. And then he starts kissing on her. She starts kissing back. And she kind of goes to caress his head. And he just yanks down her panties, his pants and underwear, lifts her up and just penetrates her and starts banging away on Darla,
For a while.
Yeah, the scene goes on for much longer than I had hoped it would.
I'll tell you what happened here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man. It went on for so long that I started to get into it. I was like, yeah.
That's funny because I was like, this is super hot right away.
Uh-huh.
And then the longer it went on, I was like, oh, I don't know about this.
You know what else?
What?
If I were to try to touch my girlfriend's face, she'd go, "Huh."
Yeah.
Her head would move quickly away from my hand. What are you doing? What are you doing to my face?
Yeah, see, here's the
She
thing.
sounds just like that. What are you doing?
Effectively, this guy's Brett Favre, right? A Brett Favre like.
With a little penis?
Yeah.
Doesn't Brett Favre have a little penis?
I don't know. He wears Wranglers, though.
I think there was pictures of his peener and his little itty bitty guy.
I think him and another guy were sending wiener pics around.
Oh, they were wrapping them up in pretzels in the locker room. Uh-huh. Yeah, twisted them and tied them in knots.
But what I mean is that he's the most recognized whatever of the time. A Michael Jordan, maybe even.
Definitely.
So even if it's just like this guy's like a Billy Crudup, if we're correlating them to actors, not necessarily a Barry Bonds. Coming on to this young woman, and I don't think she's underage. I think she's college age.
Or like just out of high school. Yeah. I mean,
hard to say.
It seems like
actor
she's over
seems
18.
older, but I don't know how old the character's supposed to be. So, you can imagine somebody that you're attracted to who's super famous, who's suddenly coming on to you, that you're caught off guard and you're going with it. You're confused, and then afterwards it's just like, you dropped your money. And she pulls up her panties and starts picking up the money and leaves.
You gotta go rinse that thing out.
Mm-hmm. And, boy, he didn't have any problem coming inside of her.
No.
Tell you what.
I mean, he's full of evil, so sure. Maybe he's trying to infect her. Was it like zombies?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, she seems nice when you see her later.
I like her.
Yeah.
I think seems like a,
nice kid.
Mm-hmm. So fuck. When they're traveling, it seems like they're on a bus, but I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to be a plane. It's moving like a bus.
Man, I tell you what, I remember almost nothing of this movie. I watched it last night.
Well, so he runs into the hot-headed guy, Sal, who always has the do-rag on. And he goes, oh, hey, just so you know, Jimmy was saying you apologized for whatever thing happened. And he goes, Jimmy said, what? I ain't fucking apologize. And he goes, hey, whoa, hey, nah, I'm not getting on you, Brett. You're straight shooting with me, Yeah, all I'm saying is Jimmy's, he's saying some things. I heard some things. And he goes, man, that fucking guy, I had to kill him. And Brett goes, I mean, you could. Sal's like, what? No, just hear me out. I maybe know a guy who can get some things. We're on the road. We're traveling. Maybe something goes in his beer. And over a course of months, eventually, things has happened. And Sal It's weird because obviously if anybody was talking like that in a sort of serious manner, you'd probably be a little freaked out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
But within the course of a 4-minute conversation, Sal's kind of like, this guy's got some points.
Hey, Jules, I hear that your neighbors stole your Tokyo treat box. You know what we could do is we could go over there and glue their door shut and then set the house on fire.
Wow, that seems extreme.
I think we could do it, though.
Well, when you put it like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's do it.
And apparently that's what happens. Because then we jump to Brett's having a party at his house.
This is the coach, right, that we're talking about? Is that the guy who's rotting alive with terrible makeup?
Yeah. I'm like, what is happening there? Is it
skin's flaking off.
because of all the vomit or drool? Or?
Oh, you think I think it's supposed to be his skin.
Because he's got blood coming out of him every which way but loose, you know? So I hated this scene where we're looking through the table at the drug kid.
Oh, my
Brett,
God. The scene goes on for so long.
Keep up with me if you can, Brett.
And it's just like syringes,
I can hook you up with some ultrafine half-cc diabetic syringes.
Dayquil. It's like all sorts of shit. Oh, and the neperfreferin, it'll fuck you up, but then you give your dick this and boom, boom. And, you know, and again, he's got like 3 different syringes laying there. It's like you just sell hits by the syringe.
I don't think people do that.
Like I got my own needles, dude. Like, you know?
We got a clean needle exchange here, bro.
Yeah, and so that's when he gives Sal whatever he gives him to start poisoning the fucking coach. And then we see that the new guy, Goldie or whatever, Hunk Golden, he had slept with Brad. What's his name?
Not Brett?
No, no.
It's not Gus.
Todd, the pitcher, his friend, the goatee, just railed her, I guess.
Not Sparky or yes, Sparky?
Not Sparky.
Sparky was the one who was supposed to sleep with. Nope. The guy. This is the guy that was supposed to sleep with a wife. Mm-hmm. Good for him.
And he did.
And she's like, Brad?
Yeah. And Todd opens up the door and he looks in and he's just like, and then Brett goes down and he's like peeking in like, and he sees Goldie and he's just like on the floor like, oh no. And then the woman looks up like, hi, Brett, you know.
Do you know what's crazy with that shot through the table with all the drugs on it? That would be like maybe a fun shot for like 10 seconds or less, you know? Like people would do that, right? Yes. This one's like, 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I thought what they were doing there was they couldn't have a party. They couldn't afford to have extras and get enough people to make this professional athletes mansion party seem like what it should be.
Right.
So I thought, oh, cool. They're just pumping the music. They got the lights, shadows are going around, and we're just looking through the drug table.
It seemed like there was a party going on. They did a good job with that.
They're going to just do this for a thing, and then we won't see the party. But then, after like 2-3 minutes, we see the party. I'm like, well, then why was this so long? It should have just been boom.
That's every shot in this movie.
This is how he gets the poison or whatever.
Everything's an unbroken, 3-minute shot tight on somebody that's not interesting. It's the whole movie.
Yeah, and so eventually, Brad confronts his girlfriend? And this scene's super weird. He's reading the paper at the table, and she's packing stuff. Damn it! I'm sorry, I'll do it later. No, it's fine. I said it's fine! And then we do a close-up of him, of course. It's like the fucking Duplass brothers directed this movie. And he's like,
June, I need you to stop sleeping around. I can't have you doing that. Sleeping around like that. Like a slut. People think that I'm going out with a slut.
And it's my fault. It's my fault. I never said anything. You're just having sex with people. I should have said something. It's my fault. And it sounds like she's crying, but we don't ever see her. We're just locked on him. And he looks like shit.
Yeah.
And then
he's all pale and weird looking.
Yeah. And then eventually we go back to the establishing shot, but it's her. We're looking at her from behind with him in the background. And she's just like cradling herself. I'm like, this would have been a great moment to show her face so we know what is happening here. What's her reaction?
Why'd she fuck that guy? Was she drugged? Is it everybody's just getting too trashed?
According to that scene that I just detailed, it sounds like she's just fucking dudes on the team. Because he's like, you just keep sleeping with people. Because he didn't seem pissed when he looked in the room, you know. If she'd have been drugged or forced or something, he probably would have went.
Start pissing on that
shit.
guy.
Yeah. And so that scene's weird. So then...
That scene's weird.
That's where it starts to get weird. His wife, Brett's wife, keeps going to the dentist because she has a second layer molar or something growing in.
Is that even you in there?
Yeah, she's like, you feel that bump? And he keeps going, is that even you in there?
Jesus. Is that even you in there?
What does that fucking mean?
Is that even you? I have no idea. Because if I said that to a woman while touching what's probably a sensitive imperfection, it's going to make me seem like I'm a fucking jackhole.
I don't even think it's scary.
That too.
I think your chief concern would be like, that's a really scary thing he's saying to me. That seems to be a sign of mental illness. I need to get out of here now.
Does he think an alien's growing inside of my mouth?
Does he think there's something else, in me?
What the hell?
And he's communicating with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's also mentioning some point in the movie that they need to get a new babysitter because the old one doesn't want to come around anymore. No, right before that, not before this, but at some point, she does confront Brett before she quits. She comes into his room, or he's doing like a weird thing in front of the mirror. We see a shadow silhouette, and it looks like he's having doggy style sex. But then we cut to him, and he's just in front of the mirror. Don't know what's going on there.
Practicing.
She comes in like, hey, I need to talk to you. And he's like, okay.
You're not talking. You wanted to talk about what?
About that one time. Where in the living room?
Yes. That time. That one time. Yes. What about it?
I've just been wondering about it.
I see.
What do you think? Did you like it? He's like, do you think about it? Do you think about me, I think? And she's like, I just don't understand what it was. And he's like, do you have a venereal disease? Otherwise, figure it out or something. And you look good in your dress. And he leaves. And she just looks like she's going to puke and poop at the same time.
Yeah, he's real mean, and then he just throws that little dress comment in at the end. Like, what? Just to, like, fuck with her head? Mm-hmm. This guy sucks.
Yeah, he's psychotic.
This is a great guy.
And, you know, so the coach is now being poisoned.
Wait.
Yep.
Maybe we should be like this guy?
Yeah.
Seems like he's got it figured out.
It does.
Things are going well. Maybe it would make us more powerful.
I want to be like Brett.
Yeah. Drink haterade.
Yeah. So the coach is dying. He's puking blood. He's pooping blood. He's blood. The motivational speaker is now kind of taken over.
Yeah.
As the coach.
Why doesn't everyone turn to their neighbor and tell them something that's really been bugging you about them? You swing like a girl. You act like you got glass knees. Get it off your chest. The time is now.
They get new uniforms and they're god awful. And they immediately burn them before their first game. And the Todd approaches Sparky and for some reason Sparky's got like a busted eye.
Yeah, do they not ever explain that?
I don't recall that ever being shown.
I was wondering, what happened to him?
I don't know. So
maybe he's spouting his redneck South Carolina shit to those nice North Carolinians.
Mm-hmm. Evangelizing, as it were. And he goes, hey man, look, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you hitting people more than me? Like, I know you got some weird thing going on, but dude, we should be like working together, right? No, man, Brett's my friend.
Start saying like you're all my friend and everything. Oh, let's go do something together. You never ask me out for drinks. You never ask if I like to go out and have fun like everybody else. Brett's trying to help me out because he's my friend. He likes me. Me. You're not my friend. You're just somebody I gotta beat.
And then he tries to open up his door and it's locked, so he unlocks it. Earlier in the movie, when we first meet the motivational speaker, he's got a baseball bat in his hand, and he's holding it like you normally would from the grip end, and he points the other end at the hick because he asks him a question as if he's holding out a microphone.
Yeah.
We cut to a different shot of the hick, and it's the grip end of the bat. Now, like he's holding the end of it, holding it out, and we cut back, and it's reversed again.
Good job, guys.
Fucking movies up.
Yep.
And he storms off. And so now Brett is just in the locker room. Shit's coming to a head. A reporter frequently pops up here two times, and then a third time.
What? Did you notice he's wearing a trench coat like an old-timey reporter?
That's how you know he's what is he, the guy from Nothing But Trouble?
Hey, Andy, where's that baseball player?
Nothing ever really important, he asks him. First, I'm thinking like, oh, is he? Because in the Red Dead video games, there's a stranger that you meet.
I thought you misspoke or I misheard when you said Red Dead.
No, Red Dead.
You're talking about that Red Dead.
Red Dead.
Okay.
You meet the stranger.
Uh-huh.
And he's elusive. He asks you to do things and comments on your morality and seems to know things about things that you've actually done in the game.
Oh, shit. Stranger's in your head?
And you're like, who is it? And at one point, a dude shoots at him and nothing happens. He just walks away.
Because the stranger is you.
Because he's death, is what the idea is.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, is this dude the devil? Or
is he the wishing boot?
So eventually, man, like Brett's just in the locker room. And first he goes to see the coach. Coach is dying. He's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Man, the game ain't changed. He's like, nah, man, the game's done changed. Nah, it's the same. It's a numbers game. I could play it if I wasn't down on this couch. And he's like, I don't think you could. So then he's in the locker room eating gnocchi or something in his jockstrap. And the rookie comes in because he got cut.
Cut from the team or cut his hand?
Cut from the league. Oh, no, not the league, because we do see him later. He's cut from the team.
I can't open the tiny bottle.
Wow. Yeah, I remember the last one was like that, wasn't it?
Wait, maybe if I... Remember when I had to get the pliers out to do it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go do that.
Here, throw it to me. Let me just give it a shot. My nipple.
I was trying to throw it like a dick, but I didn't want to go overboard. Did you get it?
Of course I did.
Wow. Okay, well, since I'm up, I'm going to go get 6 more beers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
So the guy, he gets cut from the team. I don't think the league, because I'm pretty sure we see him later. And he's cleaning out his locker, and Brett's like, I knew it. The check's going to be in the mail.
Which guy got cut? Kicked?
The new guy. The new guy that he was telling him to have sex with wives.
Not Sparky, the other guy.
No, not yet. You don't remember what happens to Sparky? Good Lord. So he's like, look, the check's going to be in the mail.
Oh, God, yeah.
He goes, Billy Blanks on her ass. He goes, the check's in the mail. It's $1 million. Is
that Billy Blanks in The Last Boy Scout?
Hey, life up, bitch.
Yeah.
Is that how we got his tie bow off the ground? He's in The Last Boy Scout?
No, but that may actually have been his biggest movie. He's like just one of the guys that gets into a fight with Jean-Claude in the beginning of the Lionheart movie.
And Jean-Claude's like, run! Those are the keys that shred!
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay!
Oh, I love The Last Boy Scout. All right, we're doing it. Hey, everybody. This episode is sponsored by 99 brand.
Fruit Punch, 99 proof.
It's cheap, and it smells like a flavor. But, Jules, we're going to find out if it tastes like that flavor.
What about it is not... Well, I don't understand what 99 proof means, if that's not the alcohol content.
It is. They double the percentage, and that's the proof.
Oh, the proof's in the pudding.
49.5 times 2 is 99.
Whew, better get a shooter.
Here we go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Here we go. Math.
Christ. God damn.
Oh, it's much better than that last one. What did we do last time that we did these? The blue stuff was first, and then there was a failure after that where I got some more, and it was bad.
I think it was...
Like Wildberry or something?
It was Wildberry.
That was bad.
It's just so astringent. He's like, yeah, you got $1 million, you know? And the guy's just like so disgusted that he can't even talk, and he leaves. And then Todd comes in. Todd and him make eye contact because he had sex with Todd's girlfriend. Todd's a cuck, so he lets him leave. And he goes in and he sees Brett sitting in his cuck chair in the dark eating gnocchi or whatever the fuck he's got in his jockstrap. Todd's like, man, what happened to you, bruh? He goes, you fucking idiot. I am the game. And he whap hits a chalkboard right next to him that spins around and reveals his Pepe Silva fucking grand scheme. Which kind of seems like, I don't know, do you want that just laying around?
Your grandpa, no.
In the locker room?
Does
nobody ever use the board? And he's got photos tacked up and information and shit. I honestly wasn't quite grasping the severity of what was happening, and I didn't care enough to watch it again.
The board explanation?
Is
I got about halfway through that thing, and I was like, oh, I think he's explaining all the bad stuff.
He's explaining the bad stuff, but like, is he somehow playing 4D chess to some end? Because he's like,
yeah, what is the payoff?
This guy's kid punched somebody or something, and now he's driving a nice car because I did something. And this referee likes pictures of children that look dirty or something. And then this other guy, I give him I pay a girl to pay him a visit once a month, and she takes out her fake eye and he does stuff.
Man, I was really having a problem with that one specifically. I don't think you want a dick in your eye socket.
No.
I mean, number one, there's still stuff in there that I don't think you want to be pushing on. Number two, it seems like it could kill you. But also, what if somebody ejaculates in your socket?
Well, not only that, but what if they got like a mushroom head and it just pulls your brain out?
That's pretty good. I was thinking about how terrible it would be to have a load in your skull. But
well, it would be, but honestly, like just the bell end's going to get in that thing, if that even. So what's the point? Does she not have the proper orifice?
Yeah, I was trying to think, like, what would be the exciting part of that?
Maybe he just likes to lick it.
The eye socket?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know, man. So it seems like he's got dirt on dudes, and he's pulling strings in the back, like to save baseball, or...
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
I was actually hoping that when we got to this part, you would explain to me what his plan was.
I kind of just like him just being a complete asshole because he's bored. You know, we get that in other movies, but like, yeah, boy, somebody who's listening to this, please write a comment on the YouTube version of this to let us know what the hell's going on there, because for the life of me, I can't imagine what the hell all of this has to do with anything other than just he's a...
How is anybody ever going to see this thing?
This movie?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
No, I uploaded it to YouTube and sent it to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to delete that.
Why would you do that?
No, I'm not leaking their video. That's not
a movie.
I'm not doing that.
It's free.
It's not. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It's copyrighted.
And?
I don't want no trouble.
Man, just create a dummy account.
I
thinking about it.
No,
I'm bretting you.
It doesn't seem
I'm
right.
bretting you. Whatever. You get the DVD like this guy did. And so he's just like, I don't even think Todd knows what's going on. He's just like, all right. It's part of the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. So then they're baseballing. And for some reason, Brett's got a TV on his lap.
Yeah, why is he? Yeah.
Like he's tuning into the broadcast of the game instead of just watching the game that he's a part of. Not sure what's going on there. Spark goes up to bat. Everybody's booing him. Oh, this guy. Nobody likes him.
You can hear how the fans feel about him.
Because he's always hitting people with
He's
balls.
Just beaming the fuck out of people. He's Willie Beamer over here. But he's got a gun.
He do.
And he's holding it to his helmet. Pitch the fucking ball, man. Pitch it.
Come on, man. Pitch the GD ball already.
You know, and they're like, oh my God. And all the players keep like trying. It's weird. It's like crabs in a bucket. They're all simultaneously, individually trying to get out of the dugout and into the field, but they're all also simultaneously holding each other back. It's like an amorphous blob. Like, I'll get him. No, he's holding me back, but I'll hold this guy back. And
I would not go out there.
I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Mentally ill people with a gun, you say I'm going over there? Mm-hmm. Really? Are you serious right now?
I go out there and I say, do it. You pussy, fucking do it.
You could probably yell that.
You could probably just run up on him and tackle his ass. I mean,
yeah, but maybe not.
I could.
You know, man, it really.
You know who could? Brett could.
Brett could pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
But God, it only takes like 1 second to realize things are not like the movie when the person turns around and shoots you 3 times. You're like, oh, I'm dying right now.
You just do it over.
Oh, you get a do-over?
You do.
Yeah.
Just load your safe.
Burr, burr, burr.
And he blasts his brains out.
Yep.
And
they don't show it.
They don't.
We just hear it.
It goes to black. And I'm thinking, man, I mean, I know it's just a baseball helmet, but it can stop a 90-mile-per-hour ball from really fucking you up.
Yeah, it would be pretty stupid to just fire into the
Does the bullet
helmet.
Go through it?
I don't know.
I mean, it's point blank, but
maybe he puts it under his chin.
Maybe he does. Let's hope he does.
You're not supposed to do that because then you accidentally blow off like the front of your face and don't blow your brains out.
You get a John Travolta.
I'd like to take his face off.
Oh, is that how he got that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now Brett's wife is disgusted by him because she knows that he drove that kid to the brink.
Yeah,
I guess. And she packs the kid up.
She's caught on that he's a naughty boy.
Yeah, and he goes, "You can't leave with my son." And she goes, "I'm leaving." And boop, boop, unlock, lock, unlock, lock, unlock, lock, unlock, lock. Gets in.
Every time she
garage
hits
door up,
unlock, she then is like, "Okay, now I'm going to reach for the handle."
Yeah, you do it and grab it.
Yeah, put your hand on the handle. Click it, put yank.
Yeah,
get in there.
But then the garage up, garage down, garage up.
You know what? Drive through the garage door.
Fuck it. At this point,
fucking run over Brett.
That too.
This is a domestic situation.
So Brett's like clawing out the window, baby, don't leave me. And he starts kissing it. I love this. The kid goes, Daddy's kissing the window.
Daddy's kissing the car. Daddy's kissing the car. Daddy's kissing the car.
And it's unclear. I guess she leaves because I think we then see her at Todd's with his girlfriend. And they're all crying. And then this is where it gets really weird. Because at one point we see Brett in an undershirt and his slacks in the rain.
Yeah.
Outside the babysitter's house. And he's just handing her money. And she's like, nah, I'm good, bruh. You hang on to that. Goes inside, right? And then, God, I feel like we see him somewhere else.
Wasn't he just like walking around a little baseball area when he's on the phone with Robert Longstreet?
That comes slightly after, because then he comes home and the wife is in the bed. And he sits down and she gets up and she starts taking off his shirt, rubbing his neck. And
Isn't this the final scene?
Is that you in there? Is it?
I thought this is the very final scene.
Okay, because then, we see he's at a phone booth that's like police tape cordoned off.
But he's not actually in there.
Is that the field?
Isn't he just kind of pacing?
He
by
is,
it?
but we're hearing him talking to the police. And I guess he's like, I know who cut the guy.
Did you stab Chucky Blank on April 1st?
No. Mr. Packard, we received from an unnamed source a box of small digital videotapes that make up some sort of team diary. Do you know what the content of these tapes include? What would you say if I said that they implicate you in an astonishing number of very nasty illegal affairs?
Well, tell you what, we're going to let you go. You go rest, pretty much.
It's Robert Longstreet. Him and
some
another
other
guy. Minute and a half.
And then the movie ends.
What'd you think of Robert Longstreet there in the voice role?
I was going to give him a 7.
Uh-huh.
But then I'm going to deduct 4 points.
4?
Because, honestly, I couldn't tell if it was him or the other guy.
Really? I thought the other
Half
guy...
the time.
Really? I thought the other guy was very distinctive.
I did too, but then I'm like, oh, wait, is that Robert Longstreet? But I'm going to give him 2 points back.
You give him all the points back because this is your fault.
This is my fault.
Yeah. I could tell them apart.
I guess. I don't know. I give him
You
a
have
6.
not been paying enough attention to Robert Longstreet to be able to pick out his voice.
No, I can hear his voice. It's just the dude also sounds generic.
That other guy sounds so stupid, though.
He does, but then it's like they overlap them.
He's got like
and
a
create
weird, dumb
an
accent.
AI voice that's a composite of both of them. It's high tech. You wouldn't understand.
Okay.
I give him a 6.
Yeah? 10.
Damn.
No, I don't know. Yeah, he does the job. I don't not believe him. I mean, the movie's stupid. This
Don't
role
not
is
believe
dumb.
him. It's like, what are you going to believe?
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe the other guy. The other guy doesn't sound like a real cop.
Oh, okay.
At least Robert Longstreet sounds like a cop.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like he
the
took it
commish.
seriously.
I guess.
I
he
think
literally just was on the phone.
Robert's got the chops.
Yeah.
This movie sucks.
Look.
Yeah, no, it's a real hard one. I don't want to say it sucks because a lot of movies that are like this should not have been made.
Yeah.
Like they have a terrible plot that we've already seen 1,000 times and it's done terribly. This is different. This guy has got a story to tell. Story's not terrible.
It's an incredibly dark story. And unlike, I kept getting vibes like Devil's Advocate.
Sure.
You know, this guy trying to just corrupt those around him for unclear reasons. And he feels like the devil at times, you know?
Yeah.
But then when we see him with a bunch of pancake makeup on, stumbling over himself, trying to get to first base, and he punches a guy. I think that's the rookie that got cut. He went to the blue shirt team. But boy, they could have used just a little bit more money.
Like 40 times more money?
Maybe.
Man, I really feel quite bad saying that it's bad.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it. It was hard to watch. It was very boring.
It was.
I think it's the visuals were just really the hang up.
Yes. It feels like Collateral in the cinematography. Just like...
But with no interesting locations?
Oh, God. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Almost like Public Enemy during the nighttime sequences where you get that just sort of grainy digital effect that, it doesn't really work. They probably blew most of their budget on renting that house.
Yeah. I'm proud of the guy that made it.
Sure.
Good job.
Absolutely.
I don't like this thing, but it's not a piece of shit in the way that you would expect it to be. It's just dull.
Yeah. It's weird. It tries hard, but at every turn it also, you can feel where they're just like, we can't do that.
Listen, I told you we can have 32 shots in this movie. Okay? That's it.
Like the party, it's all of the players we've already seen, and then just a bunch of women, and like the Todd Tower or whatever is there. And what does he do with him? That's my question.
Todd Tower?
They meet at a bar, and Brett's like, you're asking guys to record their inner thoughts and shit, and then you're going to watch it, and I cannot have that. And then it jump cuts to him posting a note on the board that says family emergency. Todd Tower or whatever is gone.
Did he kill him? Man, it would have been more interesting if he killed somebody.
May have.
Directly.
And buried him in the pigs. I don't know.
Oh, is that what the pigs is about?
Mm-hmm.
I thought this movie was going to be like maybe kind of cool.
I did not anticipate what it was about. I was expecting maybe not like a Moneyball, but something in that tone where you're just watching baseball guys. I don't know. This was ambitious. I applaud the effort. I give the movie a 4.5.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, man, this is a hard one. It's worse than Yaya Sisterhood, right? Harder to watch? Yeah. That was hard, though. That was a hard one.
It was, but...
It's also a half hour longer.
I think the polish helped it
Yeah.
go down a little bit smoother.
Oh, boy. You say, I guess I would give it a 4. And I feel kind of bad about it, but it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Snot good. Snot good.
Yeah. 4.5. Gives it a 4. He gave Robert Longstreet a 10. I give him a 6.
Yeah.
There you go, folks.
Okay. I got to look something up.
We doing filmographies, all right? YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, Facebook. You can find us on Twitter, Do Filmographies. You can hit us on that Gmail. We doing filmographies at gmail.com. You can call us, 612-763. Oh.
No, 763.
612.
No, there's no 612. Okay. What are you doing? It is 763-634-1897.
There's a
763-634-1897. Go ahead and give us a call.
Bring.
Oh, shit. Jules, they're calling already.
Bring.
Oh, it's the guy who made ball wax.
Hang up.
Yeah, he's just showing us all his Troll Hunters money. Next week, Undertow.
Yeah.
Boy, these movies could not be more different. You got this thing, and then you got a David Gordon Green movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Be interesting to hear your thoughts on that one.
Yes. And my thoughts you will have in a bucket where the other thoughts keep pulling those thoughts down, and nothing can get out of the bucket.
Yep.
The crap bucket.
I've been Jules.
And I've been Jason.
Bye.
Bye.
We Doing Filmographies is proud to be a part of the Now Playing Network. Find other great podcasts at nowplayingnetwork.net.